Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. McCown now on first down. And some room to work. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. They run the counter now on first down. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On second down, here's McCown. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. McCown now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here we go now.
McCown will try again on second down. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first-quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make the play and accumulate those interceptions.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now Drake. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now on first down, Drake again. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So much for having too many defensive linemen. Remember the reaction when the Jets took Leonard Williams? They said they've got too many. Guy's a Pro Bowler in his second season.
Yeah, 7 sacks in that sophomore campaign last year. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. They'll run with Davis. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
McCown throwing on second. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Here's McCown, flush to his right, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. But they face a second and long to start things out. Time running out here on the play clock. On second down, here's Tannehill. He goes underneath the Drake. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. And the wideout in motion. Third and long, it's Tannehill. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he'll go down at the 28. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And Parkey's kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along, or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington. And then tomorrow on Monday night, we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Play fake here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. New York set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that way.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. William Hayes with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. It's McCown. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. On first down, Drake. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And Parkey's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
New York set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. First throw now for the backup, Bryce Petty. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Petty now. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Here's Petty. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's McBride. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
Here we go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Perry Riley able to run him down for a loss of a yard. Back to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Perry Riley. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Turnover differential last year in the NFL, the bottom 5 teams you'd expect. Rams, Browns, the Jags, the Bears, and the Jets. Tied at -20. These Jets, they have to solve that QB situation.
They, along with the other teams that you noted, they've got to get better play in that area because no team goes to the playoffs -20 in turnover differential.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And the Saints, they've now opened up a 2-touchdown lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They go play action here on first down. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
And Devontae Parker was one of 3 Miami receivers to go over 700 yards last year, along with Jarvis Landry and Kenny Stills. But I do know this, they'd love to have one of them emerge and be that 1,000-yard guy and take the pressure off of everyone else.
They'll run with Drake. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. They'll get 4 out of that, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Play clock winding down. Here's Tannehill. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Parkey's kick is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly.
And he fires one that's intercepted. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony, with a pick. There he goes right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. First down, he'll drop to throw. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. So the offense has it 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And Owen coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They send Parker in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Brand is all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Looking to throw, eluding the pressure right. And his throw here is incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Cameron Wake in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Here we go now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. 2nd down following the run. The play clock's running down. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Dolphins on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Running, it's Drake. They find some open field here. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Williams. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On 2nd down, Williams. Had a good move, but only able to work it to the 20-yard line. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. On third down, Drake. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So for my